Hello, 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 beautiful people, beautiful. How are you? I hope and pray that everything is fine with you. Thank you for joining me for Thursday night three cards. Yeah, we're just going to focus on three cards. 7 o'clock alarm. We're just going to focus on three cards tonight. See what spirit has to say, what energy that needs to go out there. Maybe if time allows, normally my Thursday sessions I just do for 30 minutes. But if there is a question, I may allow one question per person tonight. But this is really just a focus. Almost at the end of the week, this is where we come and just realign ourselves. So let's get ready, settle, throw your shoulders back, relax just a little bit, a whole lot. It always works when energy has a chance to really just flow and, just vibrate and energize throughout the body. So, oh, all right, before we even start, I got a card that just popped out, but I am going to, let me just get my notes together. I always open up with a love letter, you guys, and tonight is not going to be any different. So I'm just going to adjust my screen so that I can see the chat. Um, got a couple of chats going on, and this is good. This is real good. I'm glad that you do invite me into this space, and most certainly I invite you into this space. I love holding space for you. So let us begin. Yeah. So, good evening, beautiful souls again. I am Belinda. This channel is Tin Mustard Seeds. And I just want to let you know, yes, at first this channel was geared towards my real estate business. I still do real estate in the state of Georgia and Florida, but my real estate videos will now be moved to my real estate channel, which is Belinda Robertson's Realty, which is Belinda Stone Robertson. Okay. So if you want to head over to that channel for real estate stuff, I'll be slowly transitioning videos over that way. Tin Mustard Seeds is all about you right now. Tin Mustard Seeds is my mindset mentoring channel, and that's what I'll be posting and doing videos on, all about energy healing and vibration, frequency, manifestation, your mental health. Um, and yeah, all that good stuff. And that is where my heart has led me. And real estate is still there, still high up. I mean, I've been doing that for over 20 years. But and many of you know me also because of ministry. So things have not taken a turn in a bad way, but it's been a very good way actually, because what I was ministering about as a minister, and I want to say this respectfully, but in the church, okay, in a building where someone else is the pastor or the minister, whatever. Hey, love, how are you? Um, I'm a radical believer. Let me just put it that way. I'm a radical believer. I got a hold of radical material, and being a radical believer at the time and giving the messages, I could not understand why same people go to the same place every week for years, for months, and still in the same situation mentally, physically, financially. And to me, that's not what the gospel was about. So as I began to learn and interpret myself and wasn't afraid to get other material and information, of course, I found out that no, it wasn't the way how it was taught. So that's part of my journey. Yes, I'll check on you in a minute, sweetie. Um, okay, we did that question already the other night. Tonight is three card. We're doing three card pull. And so let me just do my love letter. It's three card soul session. Um, and Maria, I do remember this question, and we talked about this before, and it was about 2 weeks. I gave you instructions on doing an oil pull, and I know you're anxious, but let's again, I am not a physician. I do not give medical advice. I am not an attorney. I do not give legal advice, and I am not an accountant. I do not give financial advice. However, I do holistic on myself, and I'm going to let you know what has worked for me and my family in the past. And okay, yes, this is tarot and it is intuitive. I'm not just a tarot reader, I read energy. And I use the tarot as my help tool, it's the mirror. So let's get into the three card soul session. But just like I said, for you, Maria, because I don't want to ignore you either, but I just want to remind you try some cloves and also try a oil pull with castor oil or olive oil. And those two work very, very quickly and a good deal. So good. I'm glad. So don't just drink the tea. Let a couple of cloves seep in, maybe about a good 5 or 10 minutes, only with a quarter of a cup of water, and wish it around in your mouth so that because what you're going to find is that the clove is actually going to numb the area and then start to pull out the toxins, and it'll get a little crazy for a while. Some you'll see some of uh, the infection starts to actually seep through. Another thing that you can also do is a green tea bag. You can cut a green tea bag in half, roll it up, leave it still in the paper, and stick it right there on the infected area and go to sleep. I don't want you to sit up and be sucking in and swallowing the whole day. Put it in your mouth, put it where the infection's at, go to sleep. And that draws out the toxins also. Okay, so this week's soul session, let me go ahead and pull the three cards. And let's talk about what spirit needs you to hear and understand. Well. Okay. First card we're going to talk about is when you're the Oracle deck, Ten of Fire is fire. Fire is also wands. And we're going to talk about being burnt out. Okay. A burnout session. This is all just very near and dear to me because we all when we do something and it continues, we tend to burn ourselves out. But when you burn yourself out, you should have or know what to do to bring yourself back into that grounding space. So when you're dealing with burnout, especially burnout of work, well, let's talk about career burnout. Career burnout is two things: giving it a lot of time and not doing a self check for you, going back to what really matters in life. Let me turn my bracelet so it doesn't make that noise. So you can focus on what comes back in life. And there's nothing wrong with being passionate about what it is that you love doing, but there has to be some type of balance. And that's what this card is warning us about, is warning us a balance, because when we don't find that balance in that career workout phase, it will affect your heart, your physical heart, and it will begin to affect what's this, your intestines, believe it or not. So protect yourself career wise, learn where the balance is, uh, exercise. Uh, you can, of course, a Netflix and chill is a good way to go. Also, when you want to binge, maybe not Netflix, whatever it is that you like to stream that's healthy and or that's educational, to just get your mind, hit a reset button in your mind. For me, when I got burnout, I like to go to the beach. Don't live near the beach. It's about 5 hours away. But hey, look, I love that drive. It's not a big deal for me. So, yes, me and the family, we will get in a car. We will take that drive. I don't care if it's just over the weekend, just a 3-day weekend, but just walking along the shore does so much. It does so much for my mind, for my body, for the overall health of my household. Now, the other type of burnout, and this is geared towards the females and males too, but it's the burnout of parenthood. That is just wow, so overwhelming. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of single income homes, and there's a lot of single parent homes. Now, when we're talking about burnout um, as a parent, it is very essential that you do find time to take a break. And I don't mean take a break and leave your children somewhere. For some people, that's good. For me, I've never been that type of parent because I love my kids. And so have I experienced a burnout? I don't think so. Uh, However, when I do mentor my other women, my other moms, I know that it's very effective to learn how to do breath work. And I know that it's very effective to take even 5 minutes out of your being awake for 18 hours, 5 minutes of meditation, of just quiet time, letting the thoughts come up and release on their own, not trying to fight them, not trying to figure it out, not trying to wonder about where this came from, but it's the simpleness of just letting it be. Because when thoughts come up, of course, they want to be expressed or they want to be noticed or recognized as something with form. So the best thing for you to do is just let it be, just let it relax and just breathe through it. And when thoughts come up that maybe jar a feeling of, pain or discomfort, sit with that just a little bit. There's no need to try to figure it out. There's no need to try to get ready to blame someone for this happening or that happening. Let it rest. Let it be there. Feel where it's at in the body and then just let it go. Come up out of your meditation with a nice deep breath and say an affirmation to yourself, perhaps. Today is the best day ever, or I feel each every day in every way I'm getting better, better, and better. Whatever it is that your affirmation is that you need to come to, try it out. It makes a world of difference. It changes. Hey, darling. Thank you. It changes the way you deal with the children. It changes the way you deal with your husband. It changes the way how you deal with your partner, whoever it is that you occupy your home space with. 5 minutes a day of just being silent and not trying to force a thought changes the world. I mean, honestly, it's almost as if you slept for an hour, but you only took 5 minutes to just slow everything down. And then you can move about and move on. Also, one thing that I do also is I have a journal. Do I have it here? One second. I love it live. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this one is free, so I'm not doing any advertising. But if you go on my website, let me make sure that you can see it. I know I have my camera lights on, but I have a 7-day confidence challenge. It has some good journal prompts in there and some good meditation in there. I have that for you free on my website. So you could go over to www.tenmustardseeds.com. I'll put it over up in the chat, and you could go ahead and get that for yourself. I also have other scripting and journaling prompts there for you to go through, but learning how to do segment intending, which is it's just a 3 prompts. What is it that you're doing? What is it that you want to accomplish? And how do you want to feel? Just write those things out. It's not even a big paragraph. Is I want to go and make breakfast. What do you want to accomplish? I want to accomplish creating a healthy meal for me and whoever it is that I'm in the house with. How do you want to feel? I want to feel appreciated. I want to feel confident. I want to feel sure. That's all you have to write. What you're doing is you're moving ahead of the next phase that you are getting ready to do. When you move ahead, you're actually sending out your angels, your spirit, however you want to interpret it, but you're actually sending the energy out before you, and things flow easy and it gets done. And you will be amazed about how a simple thing like that can help you change. Let's get on to card number 2. If there's any questions, you can put it in the chat. I'll answer a question, but we're going to go to number 2. What does Spirit has to say? So the next card that I pulled was um, the 5 of Cups, and it's going to deal with grief. Grief doesn't always mean the death of a person. I feel that very strong. Grief does not always deal with the death of a person. You could be grieving over relationships. You could be grieving over a lost job. You could be grieving. Here's the tricky one. You could be grieving because you watched an episode of something that was so darn sad, and the actors did that role so well that you embodied all of that feeling. And you're walking around moping, not realizing that you just took on the energy of a show. That's why we always say, careful of what you allow into the gates of your eyes, your ears, and your heart. Always be careful. Be careful what you're listening to. Be careful what you're watching, because the vibration and the frequency of those things, if you indulge yourself in it, you will become affected. Okay. So when you're dealing with grief, it is a good idea. Honestly, again, we're going to go right over to meditation. But when you meditate, yes, you're going to slow things down and quiet. But this time, when you go into your meditation, you should be asking yourself, what is this thing that I'm feeling and where is it at in my body? And when those things come up, then I want you to turn around and write it down. I want you to come up out of your meditation, grab your pen and your journal or paper, and I want you to write it out. Get that full expression out. Let it, because when we grieve, what we also do is we compress it. We try to push it down. We try to make it not exist. We put it in the back of our minds, so we think. And when you press it down, when you try to ignore it, then the next thing that happens that triggers a different type of a not happy emotion, that grief comes up like clockwork. And the emotions that you had around that grief is now going to wrap itself around this other emotion, and then you are just really just a mess. So the way how to get over that is meditate. Ask yourself, what is this that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling this way? When you get those answers, don't fight it. Pull yourself up out of the meditation and go write it down and let it be. You don't have to, again, this is not about figuring it out. This is not about trying to find a solution. And this is definitely not the time for a blame game. Okay, because these feelings and these emotions and these circumstances are yours, and they are yours only. So only you can fix you, only you can heal you, only you can make you happy. All right, so let's do card number 3. We have the 9 of Cups. Well, if you ask me, this is the best way how to have the last card and to end the last discussion. You can't see that too good. Sorry about that. There it goes. How to end this discussion. Manifestation. So let's, I tell you, spirit is great. So what do? We dealt with burnout, we dealt with grief, and guess what happens? Once you move those two things, those are blockers. Those are blocks that you probably didn't even know that you had. That's the funny thing. So we just cleared some blocks. We just cleared some major blocks for you. So once you get those things cleared, you manifest. Manifest what? Look at your vision board. See what's going to come up and bubble up naturally. You have some gifts coming to you. You have some things getting ready to just fall into your lap, because that's what happens with manifestation. It's not that you grind harder. It's not that you um, have the best team. Those are just the byproduct of the manifestation. When you start to manifest things, they come, it almost seems coincidental. Okay. You find things that manifest in your life seems like it just came out of nowhere. You know that you thought you wanted it, you had that great idea, but the way how it turns out never happens the way how you planned, because spirit doesn't operate like that. The universe doesn't operate like that. The universe is energy and vibration and frequency. So when you get the things that hold you up, this burnout phase, because you're burning out because you're trying to make something manifest, and all you got to do is just settle down and relax. The universe heard you, and it wants to give you what it is you asked for. Ask and you shall receive. It didn't say ask, work your buns off and you receive. No, it said ask and you shall receive. So if you ask, right, do not burn out. And if you find yourself getting in burnout, meditate, fix it, have a cold, healthy drink, take care of your body, find balance, and then grief. Yeah. Again, this doesn't mean physical death. You could be grieving because of transformation. You have to let go of something in order to get something. You have to change your beliefs, and even all of that cause grief. So once you deal with those feelings and let it come up and let it dissolve and move through, the manifestation happens. Who I didn't know that this will turn into a nice energy blocking manifestation session chat, but this is why I come on every second week of the month. This is why I'm here. This is why it's not just about tarot for me. Tarot is a tool for me, and I love it. It simply mirrors, it's reflecting the wisdom of your higher self. It may already be trying to show you. So for many of you that's watching this either live or on a replay, this is confirmation. This is honestly what you've been waiting for. We are in the third month of the year. And some of you are sitting down saying, well, I made these resolutions and I don't do resolutions. I have goals. And, it's a play on words. I get it. But that's what makes me feel good. So I have my goals. And a lot of times when you have goals in New Year's, you want to be at a certain place in your life or in your business by a certain time on a calendar. For a lot of you, these 90 days is gone by with a blink of an eye. So, with that, you look at it, and that can even cause you grief if you feel that you should be at a place in your life and you're not. So, what do? Meditate. Ask yourself, what's causing this? Where do I notice it in my body? Let it rise up. Take a couple of deep breaths. Come out of your meditation. Get your journal, get your pen, write down the answers that you were given, bless it, and have the shift in your mind. Change your thought around whatever it was that you were grieving about. Once you get it down on that paper, it's now said goodbye. It had a chance to express itself, and now it wants to leave. The only thing that will bring those same feelings back up is you. Nobody else, not a TV show, not what you read. It's you and your thought process. So if that resonated with you, great. I'm happy. Spirit so overjoyed. Um, if it did not, that's fine also. If it did not resonate with you right now, um, give it a couple of days. Something will show that said, that's what she was talking about. Or, oh, that's what Spirit was trying to get across to me. Because that's what tends to happen. Sometimes you're ready for the information and sometimes you're not. And that is okay. As a parent, you should know that that's always okay. Our children are never ready for what we have to say. So, uh, that's it. Does anybody have any questions? Um, I'll just hold for 2 seconds. And this was good. This was good. I hope it blessed you. If you're watching a replay, that is great and welcome. And all right, good deal. So, as we come to a close of tonight's 3-card soul session, remember that cards do not take away your power. They simply illuminate the wisdom that already lives within you. Trust the message that resonates with your spirit tonight. Thank you for sharing this space with me, as always. These soul sessions happen during the second week of each month, and I'm always grateful to hold this space for you. Tomorrow evening we'll close our soul session week with higher self messages. Be similar to this, but I will have a different topic. Okay, but the messages are coming from higher self. Until then, take care of your spirit, move gently through your week, and continue listening to the quiet wisdom within you. Good night, beautiful souls. I appreciate this 30 minutes that you spend with me, and I will see you on the other side. Good night, good morning, wherever it is that you're at. Bye.